Hello, and welcome back to the Handy Outdoorsman. Today we've got an overcast day. It's been raining for the last 2 days, and we're finally going to get a break. We're supposed to get about 48 hours of just overcast, scattered showers, but nothing that's going to stop us from doing what we need to do. Today we're going to start back on the food plots, and I'm going to go ahead and disc up the fields that I have. I brought up the 2-bottom plow, and I've also got some lime delivered. I shouldn't say delivered. I picked it up and brought it up here myself, so I delivered it. But that's the game plan for this weekend, is just finish putting the rest of these food plots in. And so I'm going to tear up the ground, disc it up, add the lime, the fertilizer, and then give that a week to kind of soak in and absorb into the soil, and then I'll come back up and put some seed down. So we've got a lot to do. I've got the 2-bottom plow, I got the carryall. But what I need to do now is get this plow off, get this wood out, and then get that carryall out as well, because I need to get that chuck box out and set that up. Well, here's the field after putting Roundup on it. As you can see, it definitely worked. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to use the disc, and I'm going to disc this up. I think that there's enough topsoil here that I don't want to go too deep. The disc, as you can see here, I've already come through with the disc, and it chopped it up pretty nicely. So I'm going to run this through, and if I disc it and it doesn't get chopped up the way I want it to, then I'll come back with the plow and do it again. But right now I'm just going to try it with the disc and see what happens. Okay guys, what I'm discovering is I thought I could just disc this up, but there's just still too much grass on top and it's not turning over. So I will have to connect the 2-bottom plow and turn this over. I'm just not happy with the amount of grass that's still on top. I could bring the rake in here and try and rake it up, but I still think that I'm still going to have quite a bit of grass. So let me get the plow connected and we'll turn this over. So this is my first time using a 2-bottom plow, and there's definitely some learning curve here. So I think when I first started out, I didn't have it deep enough, and so it was just kind of skimming the top, and I wanted it a little deeper, and it wasn't turning it over like it should. I made some adjustments and made a couple more passes, and now it's laying the dirt over into the row I just passed, so that's doing good. But now I'm too deep, so there's definitely a lot of adjustments that you need to make with one of these. I'm a novice trying to learn this, so you got to find that happy medium in the depth range to turn over your soil. So I'm making progress as far as getting the soil turned over, but now I'm a little too deep, so I'm going to back it off just a little bit. Here we go. I've got all the sod busted down and got this relatively smooth. So it's all disked up. The only thing I have left to do is put down some lime and some fertilizer, which I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'll get up early in the morning and do it. It's really, the wind is picked up right now. It's a little breezy, and it's hot. I have to put a mask on when I throw down that lime and fertilizer, and I'd rather do it first thing in the morning when it's a little cooler. But not bad for just a couple of hours of work. Good morning. So today we are going to go ahead and spread out this lime that I have here. I have about 2,000 pounds of lime that I'm going to put into 2 food plots. So it should be more than enough to help with the pH level on the soil, and as well as I've got some fertilizer here on top as well. So we should be able to get this spread today, and at least on one, and I'm hoping the second one as well. So we'll see here. So I'm going to go get the tractor, load up the carry-all, put that on there, and then put the fertilizer onto the carry. So as you can see here, I've got 33 bags of 40-pound lime spread across this plot. I needed 23 bags, but I'm going to put it on a little thick because this is the first time it's going to receive some lime. I want to make sure that I'm building the soil up. Now, I was trying to rent a 3-point spreader from my local co-op, but that deal fell through at the last minute. Otherwise, I would have gone out and purchased a used one. But it is what it is. So pick up these bags and spread them by hand, and then till it in. But in the future, I will be looking for a 3-point carry-all so that I can attach it to the tractor there, fill it up, and then go about my business. All right, let me get to work here. I've got all the lime spread out. I've added fertilizer. So the next thing we need to do is go ahead and till this up. So I got the tractor ready with the disc, and then we'll just mix all of this stuff up. The old Ford 9N came in handy for this project. So the food plot is all turned up, fertilized, and limed. I'm going to give it a week, let it kind of break down a little bit, and then I'll come back and I'll seed it. The soil worked up nicely, nice and loose. Got some grass in there. Hopefully it'll break down, but nice and loose here. And we're ready for seed. Really pleased with how well that disc worked. Took a little, a few more passes than I thought it would take. But again, this is my first time and I really wasn't sure, but I was just thinking maybe 3 or 4, but we're talking 20 passes to get it looking this good. But in the long run, hopefully we'll have some good fertile soil here. All right, so the next step is we need to put some seed down. I'll give this a week, like I said earlier, let the lime and fertilizer break down, come back, spread some seed, lightly drag it, and then we wait. All right, I'll see you guys in about a week.